not. No, I
Oh my
stopped
god,
it.
that was accidental. Yeah, I thought.
No, I physically stopped it.
It's
Okay,
not.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah,
stopped
yeah.
on my end.
Oh, weird,
Oh,
because it stopped on mine. Please go stop it now on your end if you can, or
I
turn it down.
can't. I'm gonna turn it down.
No! Okay,
what?
Yeah, turn it
turn
down.
it down.
Yeah.
I hit stop on it, so anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
Mac is going to definitely rush over to the beast, weapon raised, but looking down at Light of the Thunderstorm. Uh, Barnaby, for his part, he's really fucked up. I I think
If
that
he just
Barnaby's
needs
just
to
gonna stay
sit
there.
this one out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barnaby just kind of, for a second, looks around, adrenaline pumping, and the stillness of the moment takes over, just kind of collapses down onto his ass, gives a deep breath, and is just going to be there.
All right.
Mac, as you approach this beast, you see it lying there, still slowly breathing, but completely unconscious.
All right.
Light of the Thunderstorm doing very much the same.
Yeah.
A mirror image of each other, if a magnified one.
All right. Well, Mac is going to hesitantly lower his weapon and give a deep sigh of relief. Light of the Thunderstorm, you are the third most bravest person I know.
They do not respond. What with being unconscious.
That tracks.
All right. I look up at the sky. How much time do we have before the moon sets?
You see, as you look up at the sky, a night full of stars. From this angle, you can't even see the moon from the grotto. You think it's only a couple of hours until morning.
Right.
Maybe less.
In that case, then I'm gonna take a seat next to Light of the Thunderstorm and the Wolf, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna shout to the others. The danger has passed. Now all we need to do is wait for this beast to be unmasked.
Levi, are you waiting with them?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just gonna
Okay.
yeet.
Dean
It
is
ta-
going to stand up, only to like kind of sit down at the edge.
All right.
Kicking his little feetses.
It doesn't take as long. You think it was probably maybe an hour or two, but with your aching bones and the night you've had, it goes by surprisingly quickly. It's not long before you see the black sky above start to turn to gray, and eventually some pink comes in. And as the sunlight hits the wolf, you can hear almost a sizzling sound as the wolf's form turns into more of a cocoon, an empty vessel
Mm.
for the person underneath. You can lift it away as if it were just a pelt that they were wearing. Now, I think it would be fun, before we do the reveal, to let you guys have a bit of a Scooby-Doo moment. So if anyone has any theories as to who the wolf is, feel free to make your guesses. This is not going to have any mechanical effects. I'm just curious, and I think it's fun.
So, for my part, I will argue my case. I believe that there are only two possible options. Either this wolf came from somewhere far away. Or, it would be more interesting, is if the wolf was part of the village. I truly believe that what we are going to find under this is one of the three individuals that recently went missing. I would not be surprised if it was any of them, but my guess that it's the wolf. Not the wolf, the
Well, it was, yeah. That was a big part of it, wasn't it?
I believe that it was the witch, is what I was trying to say.
Well, you would. Seems
Oh,
like the kind of thing that witches get into, isn't it?
well,
Transfiguration and what have you.
not necessarily that. The witch, from my understanding, would have made forays into the woods with relative frequency, hence them going missing in the first place. If they had found something in there that turned them into a lycanthrope, or if they carried this curse when they first got to the village, then this may be the unfortunate result. Maybe they weren't able to get away fast enough before this, especially on account of the red and whites and their damnable horn. They found a way to keep the werewolf here. I believe that that's the only reason why this werewolf wasn't able to separate themselves from the village before they turned. But that's just my 2 cents. What do you think?
And that does make sense, yeah. I mean, I'm with you as far as it being. It's got to be someone who's gone missing, hadn't it? I mean, that should. The fact there's three people to have gone missing as well. There was just one, well, then you just know, wouldn't you? Somewhere for 'em to have gone. Which is likely, I would say. Part of me wonders if it's the missing fiance as well. Right arse of a man like that. Make anyone into a monster, wouldn't it?
Hey.
Being with him and all.
And that would be a good possibility, especially if this has been going on for a little while now. The fiance did in fact go missing very recently, right around the time that all of these attacks started again.
That's true, isn't it? Well, suppose we'll know soon enough.
You hear a groan from under the wolf's skin,
I am going
and out.
to reach for my weapon, just
All
in
right,
case.
out from the wolf crawls Kane. He looks at you, weapon drawn. There's a moment of fear in his eyes that soon turns to quiet resignation. And he asks, "Who did it kill this time?"
Well, for once, you actually did good and you got rid of the red and white leader.
The Raiden White?
You don't know.
Yeah, big rat. Real angry.
I feel like we may have a few things to discuss from our investigation.
So you're not here to kill me, put an end to the suffering. Wouldn't blame you if you did.
Honestly, the thought did cross my mind seeing you come out from under that, especially with what you did trying to stop us from leaving town. But unfortunately, that's not for me to decide. What I will do at the very least is try to explain a little bit more about what's going on. And maybe, just maybe, we can come to an understanding. I can help defend you. I know that this is not something that you brought on yourself.
You would help me after all that thing did, using my body.
Aye,
You see
and
tears welling up in Kane's eyes. He's trembling.
I
If
will.
there's
Go
if
ahead.
there's a way to make it right, I'm happy to do anything. Give what help I can. I was looking for a cure, you know.
Well, I believe that I have plenty of reason after tonight to help you with that. I don't know if I believe they have passed the curse to me. I can feel it deep down inside.
I'm truly sorry. It has a way of taking everything from you and then it just spreads. Oh God.
Oh, I'll give
If you
him just a moment.
if you come to me to my house, I can tell you what I know, and I don't know. Maybe there will be another chance to stop this all.
Perhaps. At the very least, we know that one of your problems has been solved tonight. I'll explain more at your house or on the way, whichever one you prefer. We can walk quietly if you wish. And
Oh, up to you.
is he standing right now?
He does stagger to his feet a little bit. He sways, but he does catch himself. You see, he is completely nude at the moment. So it's very easy to see his body is near harmless. There are no marks on it, no signs of the battle. And I will say the pelt remains.
All right. Um, in that case, I will kind of pick up the pelt and walk over to him. Maybe cover yourself up just a little bit. Fortunately, I'd offer my clothes, but well,
He looks at the pelt you offer him, grimaces for a moment, and then takes it. It's fitting, I suppose. He wraps it around himself, at least enough to be decent.
and I'll kind of shout over to Barnaby. Barnaby, are still alive over there? Can you walk?
Um. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yep.
can use me as a crutch if you wish.
Yes, please.
All right. I'm gonna help Barnaby.
All right.
The We walk back into the woods, heading back towards town. If he accepts, I will explain what we had found throughout the investigation and how I believe that that his problems were mostly coming from a horn that the Raiden Whites had acquired. But now that it's broken, their hold over him has also uh, left. I don't know if
As
that's going to
you
put his mind at ease, but
as you start explaining, he just shakes his head. I I don't know about any Raiden Whites. And you can see he's about to release this entire burden that he's been holding on to. As far as he's concerned, the jig is up more or less, and he's ready to spill everything. Just so tired of it all. It started, oh God, a month and a half ago. There was a caravan, some of Ajax's men. I thought I could do the realm some good and make a little money on the side if my gang and I jumped them and took what we could from it. They had this thing guarding the caravan. It had a collar on it. They all do. War dogs are usually called. I thought they were amalgamations of flesh. I didn't know they had these beasts working for them as well.
sorry, Noir said, "Man who is inexplicably tired of it all finds the strength to be even more tired of this shit."
Yes, very much so. I was able to hold it back while Hutch, Bess, and Remy left. It sank its teeth deep into my shoulder. And then while I lay there bleeding out, they moved on. I passed out. The next morning I woke up and the wound had gone. I didn't know what it was. I chalked it all up to a bad dream, a stroke of luck. I don't know. Wasn't until a couple nights later I realized what had happened. I woke one morning here. I had, in the night, killed some kind of creature, an elk, I believe, and feasted upon it. I didn't realize what was going on. I went to Brigitte, our witch, for help. She told me that I was cursed with lycanthropy. She assured me she could help. So the next night, we went into the woods. As the sun set, she began casting some kind of ritual to drive the creature from within me. Once again, I woke up here. Only this time it was her corpse that I had gorged myself on. Or it had gorged itself on. It was not me. Another night, and it was Kali. I spent the next month searching for a cure. Rumors began to spread in town that it was the goblins. I let them believe that. We, we're not fighters, you know. I don't think anything would have happened, would have come of it. I began locking myself up every night. He starts rubbing on his wrists, where Mac, you'll remember when you first saw him, you noticed shackle burn on those wrists.
Yes, and I had assumed that he was, prisoner of some kind, recently released.
Yes, indeed. I thought it was working. I truly did. But one night, God, when I woke up, he was in front of me. The beast had taken everything. The one I loved most. Everything from me. I decided from then on, every evening, I would go into the woods as far as I could. I would not kill another one of my friends, my family, the people I care about. That was when little Owen got caught in the goblin trap. Everyone was so sure it was the goblins. Still, I just let them believe it. He turns over to Barnaby. And that's when you came into town. The rumors had spread, it seemed. Barnaby, leaning on you, just kind of nods. Well, obviously, I couldn't let a goblin expert take a party of any kind of gestures to the rest of you heroes to go eradicate the problem. They were innocent. Of course, I knew. I failed to stop you from leaving. He kind of pauses for a moment. What did you do to them?
We talked. We defended them. And I motion over to Light of the Thunderstorm, who I'm assuming is being carried by either Thene or Levi, and we didn't just leave him there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Levi,
I,
you're
I
their
picked him
ward.
up.
They're your ward
I,
now, so yeah.
yeah, of course. I got him.
We even were able to befriend them on a much deeper level. It is thanks
You
to them that we were led on the trail. Eventually found you.
Yeah, it was this little one here that I've been carrying the whole time, by the way. What brought you down?
see for the first time since you met him, a weak smile crosses Kane's lips. Maybe I should just come for them to help. To them for help in the first place. Well, it's good to know that I didn't lead to more undue death.
I do wish that we
That's all.
could have come sooner, but fortunately that heroics don't always work out the way that you want.
Don't I know it? And as this wraps up, you're starting to approach his cottage. Do you remember the one that had boarded up windows and doors?
Yes.
It's that one.
Wonderful.
Because of course it is.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Um, he turns over a stone nearby and pulls out a pry bar to start prying off boards on the door. This was an early attempt to contain myself. He kind of motions over to another window that's like, it's got fresh boards on it, but you can see now lying on the ground in a pile under it are shattered boards. Unsuccessful, I'm afraid.
After fighting you, I can only imagine. You're a bit stronger than wood.
Yeah, it was fucking rough.
I'm truly sorry for any pain I may have caused you.
Ah, it's
It
nothing.
may have caused you.
There
Yeah,
was a
we got
second
you in
there.
the end. That's what matters.
There was a second there where we were like, oh man. Oh, we should not chase this thing. This is a bad idea.
Yeah, you ran away at one point, and we were like, "Eh, could just let him go."
You were able to
But here we
fight
are.
the beast off. Well, you were able to knock the beast out for all I know. My god. But you are strong, aren't you?
Don't go telling anybody. I'm supposed to be an investigator.
I am quite strong.
Well, I was
Tell
able to
everyone.
I was able to keep my own lycanthropy a secret for over a month. I think I can keep another one for a while. As you enter the house, you see the whole thing is a wreck. Scratches all over every surface. Any fabric is torn to shreds. The entire thing is destroyed. He walks over to a little hatch on the floor, opens it up, and pulls out a box. After I woke up having the beast having killed Brigitte, I took it upon myself to gather what notes I could from her and tried to add to them my own. This is everything I know about the curse that afflicts me, and every thing I've learned since then. I will tell you right now, the guide that he holds in his hand, giving freely. Also, wait, what am I doing? Here you go. The guide that he holds in his hand and is giving freely is worth 30 project points towards the Find a Cure project, which you can do as part of a respite activity, which I'm assuming you guys are now within.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, this is a downtime project. The way this works is every time you take a respite, you can do a downtime activity. Projects you make a project roll against. It's just like a power roll, except instead of having tiered results, you add the result of your roll directly to the project. Now I will say, let's bring up the lycanthropy on the werewolf. Do, 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 do. By the way, did you enjoy Altered Beast for the werewolf fight?
Yeah, that was great. And it
Oh my god.
ended
Yeah.
perfectly.
That shit fucking kicks so much ass. Come on.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Good time. It's 50 points. I know that it's 50 points. I'm just bringing up the thing. So this will get you most of the way there already. You can see Kane himself was terribly close to a breakthrough.
Um, I'll as I'm looking over the book. Like, well, hopefully with a few more minds to help you out, be able to find a cure together. Give us another night. You think that things will be fine for at least another day, while we try to pull all the resources together.
If I'm correct, God, I hope I am. Last night was a waning gibbous. That should be the final night that my curse applies.
All right.
After that, the moon is not full enough to bring the beast out.
Well, in that case, let's get to work. We'll fix your problem, and then we'll go from there.
Now, I will say Find a Cure is almost certainly going to, well, actually, here it is. Project role characteristic, reason, or let me just, I'll just post this for you guys in chat. Whoo, that's a lot.
Oh my
Reason
god,
or
whoa.
intuition? Okay.
Yep, reason or intuition. So I would definitely recommend whoever has the best reason or intuition to do this.
That'd
And
probably
of
be
course,
fiend.
you are allowed to add any skills that you think might apply as well.
Yeah, it's definitely Thien. Thien has reason +2. Problem is, I don't think, unless you would allow for a third time him to apply his lore skill of monsters, because he is a savant of he is
Hey,
a font of knowledge for werewolves.
I gotta be real with you. That's kind of exactly what I was expecting you to do. So, yeah, we'll use Thien the werewolf expert's monster skill for this.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me an intuition test.
All right. Do-do-ba-do. Oh, I'm doing reason instead of intuition. 'Cause
Oh,
intuition
sure.
is -1.
Okay, that's probably wise then.
All right, that is with
Okay.
another +2, so that would be 15. Not that it changes the result.
Well, it does because that +2 goes directly into the project rather than being a tier.
Ah, okay.
So with the 30 from the guide and the 15 from that roll, you are 5 shy of finding a cure.
Mm.
That's not
However,
good.
there are 3 of you. And also, technically, you get a downtime project for every single respite you take. Every 24 hours you spend, you get another respite. That does get abstracted if you start spending extended periods of time taking respites, but we're not going to worry about that right now. That does mean that somebody else can go ahead and use a downtime to try to complete that. It would still be a reason or intuition test, of course.
Okay.
I
I suppose
really
the next best, like both Levi and I are even for reason and intuition. So if you think that you
yeah.
have something that would be directly related,
Okay. All right. It's bit of a stretch, maybe.
Tell it to
those
me.
are the
I
best.
think I think the best skill that I have to but is there like is it mapped out exactly like how we're doing the research? Like how we're trying to
No, you get to tell me how you're doing the research. And
Okay.
if you convince me that a skill would apply because of the way you're doing it, then there you go.
All right. I genuinely think that the best that I can argue for is um I have the skill to empathize. And I think that lycanthropy, of course, is a horrible, terrible affliction, and it takes away a person's reasoning clearly. Just total lapses of consciousness. But Levi is a very good actor, and especially with the empathize skill, is very good at putting themselves into other people's shoes and other people's positions. And so I'm wondering if, in empathizing with the plight of the lycanthrope, if Levi might be able to bridge some sort of gap between the consciousnesses.
Yeah, that one I think is a bit much of a stretch, unfortunately.
Obviously, but
Um,
I think it's the best I have.
fair. I mean, I will say you guys only need to get 5 or more on 2d10. Technically, you only need to get 4 or more if you have positive reason or intuition.
Technically, we literally cannot fail if we have a lore skill, or if we have any skill that applies. Like I,
Absolutely. You got one that you would like to try,
well,
Rambles?
I've got
To sell me on?
two on Mac that I could argue. Both of them are lore skills. The first one is a bit weak. With Criminal Underworld. Um, with like I,
Hmm.
I could argue
What's
that.
your
Yeah, the second one
okay.
is Nature, which I would argue is kind of adjacent
Hmm.
to monsters. It's not quite the same since this is directly related to a werewolf, but he could apply similar knowledge to like how afflictions are caused by other, things in nature, poisons and venoms.
You know what? I think I'll allow nature.
Right.
I can see that being like trying to find natural remedies. And you did take some wolfsbane from the goblins. So I think because you have that wolfsbane, the way I'm going to give you a benefit from it is applying nature to this roll here,
That works for me.
since you didn't use it in the fight.
Well, in that case, then, even if I roll 2 1s, that's still 5 project points, but I'm still gonna roll
Yeah,
anyways.
absolutely.
So it's
Excellent.
16.
You are able to make 1 dose of the cure.
Now, it does state that you can craft subsequent doses for the same affliction at or for half the number of project points. Is the book
Mhm.
consumed as part of this, or would we base?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, guides are consumed. You can use another downtime activity to craft more cures for 25 points.
okay,
And unfortunately, I don't think the excess project points roll over into the next one, sadly.
that
Be cool if they did,
is
though.
that is okay.
Yeah.
As soon as we have it completed, um, we will let Kane know. Mac will let Kane know.
All right. Well, I will say, Kane has been working hand in hand. That's part of why you get the 30.
Yeah.
So as you complete 1 dose, Kane looks at it and looks at you.
Mac just
Is it
shakes his head. You take it.
truly? But what what will you do?
Well, I don't know. Might make another dose later, but for now, you need this a lot more than I do.
Once again,
I am.
Kane begins trembling.
I. I'm used to dealing with a little bit of boiling blood. I think I'll I'll be fine until I can find some more time to take a dose myself.
Right. Kane takes the dose from you, stares at it for a beat, and then voraciously, as if he had been transformed again, takes it all down. Oh, oh God, okay. You hear a snapping within him, a gurgling. He doubles over, and he immediately begins vomiting this black bile that comes out of him. And in the light through the windows, it boils away from the ground in front of him. He stands up, breathing heavily. Do you think it worked?
Well, it's either that or we definitely created the wrong potion.
He kind of looks down to the side for a second. No, I can feel it, that presence within me. Gone. Silenced. Ah, I don't know how to thank you. I promise I will spend the rest of my life making amends. I will do everything I can.
Well, for my part, I will not tell the village a thing. As far as they're concerned, the red and white were causing most of their problems, and it has been dealt with. Things should return to normal, and I do believe that you will probably punish yourself more than enough to make up for your wrongdoing.
You see his gaze kind of drift from you as you say that into the open door of a bedroom, a bed sized for two. He shakes his head, tears well up into his eyes. I've definitely paid a price of my own. Thank you, truly, bottom of my heart.
You have a long life ahead of you. Do right by these people. Do right by those that are now gone. That's all I ask.
He nods. And with that, we're going to very quickly wrap up the final conclusion. You speak with Owen, the barkeep slash mayor. He is ecstatic to hear that you have solved the problem with goblins, and he insists that you take away a crate of the absolute finest wind chimes, the best colored glass trinkets that have been made in all of Vasloria. I will allow one of you to gain +1 wealth. Because frankly, they are pretty well made.
Um, I think that Thene's the only one that doesn't have wealth.
Are you allowing Thien to take all the fucking cash tat from the Here you go, Thien.
I mean, his god abandoned him, so
There you go. All right. So Thien gets that.
Thene deserves it. Been through a lot.
He has been through. He's been through a lot. He can have the
Mac,
trinket. Yeah.
Yes.
as the days wane on, you feel that churning rage within you, that chaos power. But you are able, you feel, to push it down. I will say your lycanthropy, rather than continuing to be the werewolf stat block version of my lycanthropy, is going to progress and develop into the complication, a slight case of lycanthropy. Your benefit is that whenever you make a non-minion creature winded or kill a non-minion creature, you gain 1 surge. However, at the start of each of your turns, if you have 5 or more surges, or 1 or more surges while in Moonlight, you lose all your surges and become a wolfish hybrid until the end of your turn. While in that form, you have your usual statistics, but you must make a melee free strike against the nearest creature if you can. You can shift up to your speed toward that creature if necessary. If allies and enemies are equally near, you target an ally. You can't take this complication if you're a Fury with the Stormwight primordial aspect, but you're a Berserker, so you absolutely can.
Yeah.
So enjoy that for a while.
I might.
And one last thing. As you walk out of the town, you hear a call from behind you, and you see Chris, the Dragon Knight farmer, running up to you. As she approaches, she greets you all. Are you leaving town already?
We've got places to be, unfortunately. And with this case solved, I've got to move on to the next.
Of course. Well, before you go, I heard from some birds about your actions in the forest a few days ago. She turns and gives Light of the Thunderstorm a little wink. Mercy is a rare sight these days. And to hear that you were able to face such a creature and hold back on the killing blow, I am truly impressed. She turns to face Levi. I don't have much, but I do have something I can give you. I think it might suit your style. And she pulls out pink-tinted glasses within a silver frame. You can feel magic radiating off of them. You now, Levi, have faux sense lenses. This is a leveled treasure, specifically an implement. What this means is that it starts out giving you a benefit, but as you reach higher level, it will grow in power with you, specifically at 5th and 9th level. But for now, it does this. While you wield this implement, your magic or psionic abilities that deal rolled damage gain a +1 damage bonus. Additionally, whenever you deal rolled damage to a creature using a magic or psionic ability, you can use that creature's senses until the end of your next turn,
Ooh.
allowing you to experience all they observe and to use your ability as if you were in their space. You also benefit from your own senses at the same time.
That's pretty fucking slick.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
pretty
your
nice.
reward for getting the golden ending and sparing the werewolf and curing Kane.
Fuck yeah, baby.
And since Mac has gotten quite a bit out of this adventure already, yeah. I will also say, at the end of that fight, you would have each gained 2 victories for defeating the werewolf, bringing you to a total of, I believe, 7 victories.
Yes.
You lose all of that and gain 7 experience points.
Which
So enjoy that.
unfortunately is not markable on this, but
No, but we'll remember you've got 7 experience points. Should we pick these characters up again?
and for one last thing, Barnaby, I will ask him if he wishes to travel with us, knowing that he probably
Fuck
will
that!
decline.
You guys took me into battle with a fucking werewolf! I study goblins! It's been fun. It's been real. But my god, it's not been real.
Ah,
I'm going...
you put up a good fight.
Thank you. I'm going home. Light of the Thunderstorm, of course,
Love you too, man.
does follow Levi. A bond forged with a goblin is a strong bond indeed. And the 3 of you, because Thien elects to put up his adventuring ways for a while. He's found a nice quiet village and there's work to be done, so he'll
Yes,
stay
especially
here.
with his newfound wealth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the 3 of you continue making your way down that hard road to capital, and whatever adventures may lie in the future. Thank you for playing.
That
Hooray!
was a wonderful, wonderful session that you run today, and a wonderful story that you told. I think
Oh,
this
thank
went
you.
Yeah.
really well.
Thank you. I hope the reveal did make sense once it happened.
The reveal makes
Yeah.
perfect sense, and honestly, like, uh, not only does it make sense, it is definitely a conclusion that we could have come to
Yeah.
if we put the pieces together properly. Um, Unfortunately, I had decided like right at the beginning of this that Mac is always able to find the solution, just he's never going to find it through like just thinking through the problem 100%.
Which is great. I also love having talked to you both before this point and asked to get your opinions independently. Both of you thought one of the missing people was the wolf. And I find that very interesting.
I mean, when you asked me, and I stick by this, I said,
Yes.
I said, oh, I'm sure it's one of the missing people, and you said, why? And I said, well, it's somewhere for them to have gone.
And I like that I laughed and you said, "Oh, that's your oh you got me" laugh.
I really thought, which, I'm very disappointed in myself retrospectively because, like, well, of fucking course of course the missing people were murdered by the werewolf. That makes complete sense and was not once something that I had considered. I genuinely was like, okay, one of the missing people is the werewolf. Now, where the others fucked off to?
Well, and that's the thing. It's like I had actually at least thought just a step past that, whereas like I thought that like a as far as like Mac was concerned, my first thought that he would come up with as a story is it was the healer. They were the first one to disappear. The guard went
Mhm.
after them and died in the process. And the healer, still dealing with their lycanthropy, their newfound lycanthropy, I had assumed, or Mac would assume,
Yes,
um, would stay in the woods, and then the next moon would cause problems again.
yes,
The
because with the
only
next by the next moon, the Raiden Weiss had heard the werewolf, had tracked it.
Yes. So that was the assumption that was the conclusion that I figured Mac would actually come to. Did I actually believe it? I thought it was a good story, but likewise, I mean, if they had killed somebody in the first month, they wouldn't have much reason to stick around unless they got taken by the Raiden Whites like right after the first kill. Because this
Yeah,
because the second kill, like the second kill, being Kane's fiance. I mean, that would have been a month out from that. They don't just stick around after they kill somebody and go, "Oh, I guess I'll just stay in these woods next to this fucking town."
yeah, no. And the reason Kane stuck around, of course, was like, where else does he go?
Exactly.
Oh, that was. By the way, just real quick, that combat was so fucking fun.
Man,
Holy shit.
fucking what did I got like 3 powerful rolls in a row. I am
Yeah,
so fucking
God.
happy.
one of them a full crit. Jeez,
Uh,
like, I genuinely thought you
yeah.
guys were going to have an uphill battle when you got to the werewolf den, but then Mac just started popping all the way off.
Yeah, dude. I think we did better in the werewolf den than we did in like the first phase of the fight when he wasn't fucking huge and
Oh yeah, that was so fun being able to just bounce that werewolf around, attacking fucking everybody. Oh, and the final kill when it happened, happening, I believe, Levi was the last turn of the round.
Yep.
Mhm.
The last thing that happened, and to tie the nice, neat little bow on it, I had used all my malice, so I was sitting at 0 malice. Such a satisfying combat end. Oh
Mhm.
my god.
And that was without us using the hero tokens for the
I
record.
know.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to use the little bait I put in.
Oh man. No, there was I appreciate the extra hero tokens. I do. But like I was like I was basically keeping quiet to see how Beetle was feeling about it. But like when Beetle was so on the fence, I figured I would just step in and like kind of put my 2 cents in. I wanted to go after that werewolf. Of course I fucking did. There's no way I'm
Yeah.
letting that thing go.
I'm just chronically risk averse.
Oh,
But
but this
no,
time
I'm
it paid
very
off. It was so cool.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad. Yeah. Also, good on Light of the Thunderstorm for getting that in. That was that was great.
Oh man, Rizzo's gonna be so happy to hear that his little meat shield was actually dealing the killing blow.
Oh my god.
There
Oh, you're
genuinely
so
that
right.
final thing with Light of the Thunderstorm just standing up. Like, I couldn't let Light of the Thunderstorm die after that shit. Especially when you rolled exactly lethal on the die. It's like, no, that's not how this story ends. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that was. Yeah, the fucking werewolf, man.
So good. It was so good. Everything just aligned perfectly. Now this was a lot of fun, and honestly, I think that there could not have been a better showing of what makes Draw Steel really good. It's just it's so fucking good. Like that is like a combat that you would never have in like D&D. You might be able to pull it off in Pathfinder because there's so many more moving parts, but like
Potentially, but it would be a lot more crunchy in Pathfinder too.
yeah, it keeps it simple while but allowing you to like allowing everything to just feel very strong, very visceral. Um,
And the fucking howl. Like, I was so excited about that howl. So that's like the werewolf's first villain action that it takes is howl. And the fact that it like chased Barnaby away so that he dropped the grapple was so fucking wild.
shit. That said,
Yeah, dude.
next on our list, now that we are done with Draw Steel, which we may return to at some point, we are going to be doing the Wild Sea. We're going to be trying to have a session 0 on this upcoming Wednesday, at which point we will determine what the crew looks like, what their ship looks like, and what kind of adventure they want to take. And from that, I will craft a short adventure that they can go on to feel like big goddamn pirates. Or whatever they
I'm so
want to do.
excited. I'm really looking forward to that as well.
But till then, if you're still here, thank you for being here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night.